Now, speaking of big fights in the co-main event, I mean, this is going to get people excited, right? More so than the main event. I'll tell you right now. There's always that fight every week that goes crazy. Last week it was Anthony Smith versus Zhang Mingyang. More views on that than all the other fights combined. This is going to be the same way for this one because you got Reinier de Ridder, who's like 17 and 2, 19 and 2, something crazy like that, taking on the undefeated Bo Nickal, former wrestling champ in college. So, this guy's got has brought a lot into the UFC, and he's already been calling out Hamza for a future title fight, I'm sure. So, we have to keep an eye on this division, but this is a big one, and Bo Nickal struggled last time out, so let's jump into it right now. In the middleweight division at UFC Des Moines, you got Reinier de Ridder taking on Bo Nickal. And I can't stress enough how big of a fight this is. This fight has snuck up on me. I gotta be honest, but I'm highly interested in this fight. This is Bo Nickal taking a big chance here. The Ritter, 19 and 2 from the Netherlands. Bo Nickal still young in the game. I want to kind of say he struggled in the last fight. We'll get into that in a minute. He's 7 and 0 right now, right? Big time wrestling champ. Trying to transfer it into the UFC. So far, so good. De Ridder, though, tall guy at 6'4". Might lead to takedowns. We'll see. He's 34. Bo Nickal, 29. De Ridder, 2-inch reach advantage. Both guys fight left-handed. De Ridder, 3.3 significant strikes per minute. Bo Nickal, 2.7. So not a lot of output. That's because these guys land takedowns. De Ridder, 2 takedowns on average per round. Bo Nickal gets one, maybe a little more than one per round. But they want to get this fight to the ground. De Ridder right now, 100% takedown defense. I have a feeling that'll come to an end. He beat Kevin Holland by submission. Okay. He also beat Gerald Meerschaert by submission. So you can see why this fight is happening because this is going to be a test for Bo Nickal on the ground at some point where, listen, he should be solid. That's really where he wants to get it to anyway. But he's going to be tested. He has no takedown defense right now because no one's even attempted, right? Against Paul Craig, it was a close fight. That's what I'm worried about. 54-47 in significant strikes. Bo Nickal squeaked out, edged out a victory. Beat Cody Brundage by submission. Val Woodburn, KO. Jamie Pickett, submission. Donovan Beard, and Zachary Borrego, submission at the Contender Series. So this guy is a problem. But that Paul Craig fight, if he fights anything like that, the Ritter is going to just win this fight easy. But he's tall. Bo Nickal short. Short guys, it seems to me anyway, have the better chance to get the takedowns. But the Ritter is so good in the takedown game as well. But how does his ability match up with like a wrestler, right? That's going to be the tricky part. There's going to be a lot of games being played here on the ground, or will we get tricked and it'll be a stand-up striking affair? I don't know, but I think this fight's going to the ground, and I'm just going to be highly excited to see how all this transpires on the ground. Who's got the edge? Who has got the edge? I got to lean towards Reinier de Ridder right now, only because Bo Nickal struggled in the last fight. This is a fight that if Bo Nickal wins, he's on the big stage because de Ridder submitted Kevin Holland. This guy's look strong, and he's 19 and 2, so he's not playing around with the record. So I'm going to take the Ritter here, even though he's the underdog. Another underdog we're taking on this card. We'll see. Sometimes that spells disaster, and it could be a rough night for the picks, but we'll see. I like the Ritter on the ground, surprisingly, and the experience to get the 20th win. He'll be 20 and 2, in my opinion. No submission coming here. He'll win by decision, but he's going to dominate 2 out of 3 rounds here in the middleweight division at UFC Des Moines. Yeah, so first of all, the striking in this fight is going to be highly interesting to see how this goes. Then if this fight goes to the ground, it's going to be even more interesting because you got a former wrestling champ versus a guy in de Ridder that seems like he can submit almost anybody. Bo Nickal should have the edge. I'm just leaning towards de Ridder because as we go up, this is a big jump up for Bo Nickal, and he can get the win. But I just think de Ridder's too much right now. Bo Nickal's still the future, but this is just going to be a minor setback for him, and he's still really young, so he's got plenty of time to bounce back.